Welcome back to Pressed Conference. How are you, Nidu?
I am really good. How are you, Amanda?
So good. I am so excited for today's episode.
Yes, me too.
Before we get started, we want to give a special shout out to our National Press Tier patron.
Starlight.
Yes, we love you, Starlight. If you want to be shouted out at the beginning of our podcast, be sure to check out our Patreon. Link is in the description on YouTube. And if you're listening to us, check out our Twitter at We Are Press with the letter R and
Yeah.
see our pinned tweet and select the National Press tier. Thank you, patrons.
Yes. Hi, everybody. To our guests today, I love them so much. They're from UK4, and they're in the mood for kissing and a hugging. Well, pissing and a hugging. Pixie Polite. Hi, Pixie.
Hello, thank you for having me back on the pod.
Oh no, thank you for coming back. I mean, we
Yes.
love you, so
Well,
very
I
nice.
love Drag Race and I love to talk about it, so
So,
fabulous for me. Get to have a nice little chat with you guys.
Yes.
yes. Oh my god.
Wow, this episode was insane. I feel like you definitely want to put your 2 cents in on all the drama that's been happening.
I mean, it was a lot, wasn't it? Though, to
Yeah.
be fair, I think it's about time we had a little bit of juicy drama this season. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Agreed.
It was
But
pretty
it
boring
was a
until
lot.
now.
It was sort of out of nowhere, really, in a way, as a viewer watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was hard to watch. But it was fun,
hard
but
to
it was also
watch.
hard to watch. Like, it's kind of I want to play a little game before we begin because I've been this is gonna be so much fun. I gotta clarify something. This thing in my mouth is not herpes. It's
Excuse me.
no, just people like on TikTok. I made a video and everybody was like, "What is on your mouth?" It was like bigger. It's not as big as you thank God. It was a hot pocket accident. I took a bite out of a
Oh,
hot pocket. It
burning
splashed on
cheese.
my mouth, and yeah, that's what happened.
Or at least
Hot
that's the
pocket.
story you're going to stick to.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Hot pocket herpes. Who would have thought?
No, saying that, if you did have herpes, there's no shame. That's fine. Things happen in life.
Right.
No, because somebody commented, "Is that herpes?" And I was like, I literally explained that in the video, but you're saying it's herpes. So, I mean, go off.
People will always comment before they finish watching, though. That's the thing.
Right.
True.
They speak before they
Okay.
think.
Exactly.
So this game will test your knowledge on how well you know the UK queens, your
Oh,
sisters.
God.
And if you
I'm about to get some
if
angry
you
phone
fail,
calls.
if you fail, it proves that you hate everybody and you're not Pixie Polite.
Yeah,
You're
I'm Pixie not so
Rude.
polite. Yeah.
So let's begin. I'm going to give you a song lyrics and you're going to tell me who is it from. Bonus point if you can name the song.
Wait, is this their
Okay.
original music?
Yeah, original music.
Oh my
so.
God, I'm gonna
Oh.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, to start off easy, I'm going to start off really easy. I think you can get this pretty quickly. Okay. All the time we spent together, wishing that we never started.
Loving Me Like That
should
by
get
Tia Coffee.
Yes. Okay.
Who do you
That was
think
the easy
you
one. Okay.
Though if it's, to be honest, if it's a Tia song, I probably know it really well. I went to her music gig last month, I think, in London.
Oh.
Honestly, I was singing along to every lyric, and I didn't even know I knew it that well. But so I'm going to recognise them. Tia ones. If there's
What's
another
your
Tia
favorite
one and
Tia
I get it
song?
wrong, then I'm like,
Oh, that's the
I'm
only Tia
embarrassed.
song
Yeah.
that I have because I knew we were going to get it. What's your favorite Tia song?
Ooh. I mean, I think I've got 3. I can't narrow it down. Outside In, the original, the OG.
Yeah.
Still a slay. And then she also did like a sort of like summer club anthem called Look What You've Done, which is really good. That's one of my personal favorites. But then I also really like I can't even remember what it's called now. It was one of her recent ones and the music video was in a boxing ring. It was just really
because I
silly.
never needed you.
That's the one.
With your bullshit and your drama.
Yeah, it's just such
That's
a
my
jam.
favorite Tia song. I love
Yeah.
that song.
In fact, I went to the music video shoot for that video the day that I was announced for Drag Race. So I walked in, everyone was like, "Oh, you're Pixie," and I was like, "Yes, me."
Yes.
It was very fun.
Okay, we're moving on to a little harder. Now, I think this is. We'll see if you get it. Okay. At first, I was lost in the wild, swaying with the wind to bend to your needs.
Right. And this is a UK.
Is this okay? If you want me to give you a hint, I can give you a hint.
First I was lost in the wild, and now I'm going to bend to your needs, you say?
Swaying with the wind to bend to your needs.
It sounds like someone who's doing like serious music, so it's not Charitza May. Oh gosh, I don't know. Is it? Yeah, go on, give me a hint. Go on.
Hint is he's your sister from no, not sister, I guess, but he's from your season.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know who this is.
Yeah. This was a double hint, actually. There was 2 hints in this.
Is it Danny's cover of Gypsy Woman?
No.
No? Oh.
I gave you a hint within a hint.
Okay.
I said he is from your season.
Is it LaFille?
Yep.
Oh,
this
God,
is my culture.
So many.
Wow.
I don't know what it's called, though.
It's also hard when we're just saying the words to you. You know, I feel like if you heard the melody, it would help as well. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to give up on that one. You're gonna have to tell me.
This is my culture from LaFelle.
Oh, androgynous Asian sensation.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay, this one you have to get. I mean,
okay. Well, I've got one wrong and one right, so I'm ready to win.
Amanda, you keep the score.
Okay, I'm keeping score. It's 1-1.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite Rue Girl songs. So, if you don't get it, then you hate this person. Throwing all of my clothes when I don't wanna. Never thought I'd be gone, but now I'm gonna.
Oh, I recognize that, but I don't. Ooh. Say it again.
Can you sing it?
Throwing all of. Oh, you wanted me to sing it? Throwing all of my clothes when I don't wanna. Never thought I'd be gone, but now I'm gonna.
Oh, is it Theatre by Baby?
Yes!
Yes!
I knew that because slay. She's done so well with that. She tweeted the other day, she's had like a bajillion streams of it, and I was like,
"Oh,
I'm at least like 100 of those."
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Jack Fed.
No, that's my song when I walk to school. That's like always. I just
when you want a little bit of like swagger on the walk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now this, let's see. You will get to. Okay, this is the second round since it's like easier. So, Fruitalicious Paradise, Lick Me, Love Me, Lemon Lime.
With Streets of May. Fruitalicious taste pineapple sunrise. I'm your sugar. Feeling juicy fruity tonight. Is it just called Fruitalicious? It's not, is it?
Fruity.
Feeling fruity. I know that one really well because when it came out, me and Tia used to like we learnt the choreography from the AM music video.
Oh my god!
Now we're moving on to the third round, which is the hard one. Okay, this will be harder, and then another round, which is the hardest. So this is hard. You should get it.
Oh, actually, I got the last one wrong. Sorry, I've just got to point out. Isn't it Charitza May featuring River Medway?
Oh yes, but I'll give you the point.
I got it wrong.
You knew it regardless.
Yeah, okay. I'll give myself a
point. Tell me I'm a pretty bitch because I love attention.
Small hands on my waist, small it's Minty and Gothy Accelerate.
Yes.
Is that right? Work. I love that. It's Minty can drop some bars, She's like really very good at it. She's got a great attitude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like this one. Okay. Now this one we'll see if you can get it. This is a trick question. No, not a trick question. We're gonna keep on making you twirl.
Are you gonna give him more?
Is that it? You're not gonna give me any more than that?
Nope, that's it. Because this is a hard round, you know.
Can you sing it at least so they understand?
We're gonna keep on making you twirl.
Oh. I don't think I know this one.
Even I'm like, that's every Drag Race verse. So like, I don't know.
This created a big splash when it came out. People love making a meme out of this.
A meme? Say it again for me.
We're gonna keep on making you twirl.
That's the only line?
I imagine it's someone who dances.
Well, if you can call it that.
No, maybe, is it like Cheryl? I don't know. Nope. I don't recognize it.
You pass, or should I tell you the answer? She won a season, so it's a winner.
Oh.
That helps.
Well, I don't think Crystal did music. And I don't think Lawrence did. Is it Viv?
Nope.
Is it Danny?
So it was Lawrence? No.
It can't be Lawrence. Or Crystal. What? Did Crystal do a song?
Nope.
Oh my god, get me out of my misery. I need to know what's going on.
Okay. This is Blue Hydrangea champion. Blue X Rue.
See, that was a trick question.
Blue times Rue.
Blue. Mama Rue. Oh, okay, fine.
That's so.
Okay,
that's...
The final round. 2 questions. This is like the hardest. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
I am the best you've ever had. The worst you've ever seen.
Best you ever had. The worst you've ever seen. Is it Bitch on Heels, Vivian?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The final question. This is make or break. Okay. In fairy tale, Pixie is a teeny weeny little creature.
The correct answer is this is a trick question. Top release reading challenges. You know, we quote that all the time.
It's so funny. We do too.
It didn't become a thing in our brain that was hilarious until you said it last time. Literally all the time now, just randomly, if I'm with Tia, the room will be quiet and then she'll go, and then she'll just quote it. And it was just like, okay.
Pixie Polite.
It was so bad that it became so funny.
Somebody tweeted, how do you serve cunt in like a UK way? And I quote tweeted it with that.
Oh yeah, Mama.
This is how you...
That was me that tweeted it. What are you saying? I tweeted
that.
No,
I did too.
What?
Yeah. I tweeted the video.
Goodness. Oh yeah, you tweeted the video in response. But it was my tweet you were replying to.
Okay.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
to be fair, it does serve.
There was
in the UK way.
The second best is the Danny Beard one. Danny Beard, you have yeast infection. You should change your name to Danny Bread.
That's so stupid. Oh, I like that. I might keep that one.
You know, in at least American Drag Race auditions, they make you do reads now.
Oh,
do they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
they
so
make
strange.
You, like, do a couple.
It's not like that here. I know for season 5 they did change the audition criteria quite a lot. But no, they didn't have that in there.
Do you think it's true what Willem said that not many people auditioned? Like, do you think that the number 50 is accurate? I mean, you don't know obviously, but in your
for season 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, because I know as many as that who definitely did apply, and I don't know every drag queen in the country, so like it definitely was more than 50.
Yeah. I figured more people would audition. Like, there are more than 50 queens in the country.
Yeah,
so
UK, because from UK, yeah, there's a lot of queens. I just want like a South Asian queen on. It's been like
there's a couple of really
4
good
seasons
ones actually. In Manchester, there's two in particular who I think would be very good. One is Lady Bushra. She was at DragCon
Oh,
LA.
love her. Yeah.
She's very camp. And then also, I really, really love, and I've known for many years, another queen called Val the Queen, whose full name, I'll say it, don't cancel me because it's not my name. It's Val Qaeda, like Val Qaeda.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But I think they'd both be fab if they got on. But as
Oh.
far as I'm aware, not that I know the cast of season 5, because of course we don't. But they're not on it yet.
But speaking of DragCon LA, we missed you. We missed you there.
I know. I really did want to go, but we were just heading out on our season 4 tour like the month before, and we got back sort of about 5 days before we, DragCon.
And
by the
that's
time
hard to recover from,
yeah, and I'm a big fat old bitch, so like I needed at least a week of rest. So I just knew I wouldn't be able to hack it because if I was going to go all the way to LA, I really wanted to like make a bit of a holiday of it, like a vacation of it. And be there a few days before and a few days after, and it just kind of wasn't feasible for me. I know that Cheddar and Sminty went, but also
wait, Cheddar and Sminty were there.
Yeah, we walked by Sminty's booth so much because it was right across from Minnie's.
Sminty and Ahura had a shared booth, and Cheddar was there. Yeah,
Cheddar was by Brooklyn. We passed by their booths multiple times.
Have I just ruined your life by telling you this? Are you very upset now?
I told Nidu, hey, Cheddar's on my list. Let's hope we have time. I guess they didn't hear. Just went over their head.
Because I ignore half of the things you say, so it kind of.
It's okay. It's because you can't hear them.
No, half of them I can't hear. That's literally I have a hearing problem. I can't hear half the things.
Oh, same. If there's any other noise in the room, I'm not paying attention to you. I think I've probably got ADHD.
It's so funny because Nidu has a hard time hearing us sometimes, but will take us to the loudest places to eat dinner, like Korean barbecue with like club music blasting in the background, and they just can't hear a thing.
I can't
See,
at all.
I'm usually the one in a loud environment where someone's trying to talk to me, and I'm just like, and smile and nod and agree, and they're like, you can't hear me, can you? And I'm like, what?
Because people give up. It's give up so easily. If you ask like twice, be like, hey, what did you say? Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? And they're like, well, never mind.
Don't worry,
no. Work on me. Work hard, to tell me what's going on, because it takes time to really understand.
Especially at DragCon where it's so noisy. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
No wonder you were distracted. Too many three fun people around. But I was sad to have missed it.
It was really fun. You should have come. I would have loved to see you.
Well, hopefully you'll be if there's
next year.
Yay! Okay, good. Yeah. I'm hoping there's a DragCon UK next year. They haven't announced anything yet, but me and Nidu were like, maybe we should go.
Well, it was a good time, in January when they did the UK one. As far as I have heard, it's definitely still happening again in January, but nothing official as yet. I hope so, because I loved it last time. In a way, I was kind of hoping really to go to LA because I thought it'd be even more fun, because it's for me here, it's just like I'm at DragCon. Obviously, it's exciting and you meet the fans and it's all very cool. But essentially, most of the queens here were my UK sisters who I, can see down the pub. But coming to LA, I was like, oh my God, all the American girls who I've never met or who I'd love to see. Like, that would be really cool.
Yeah. You and Tia should do a booth together next year, or you and Victoria, something in the family.
They're far too fabulous and popular for me to share a booth with them.
With Tia, it's going to be even difficult next year.
Oh, her lines at DragCon UK this year were so long. People were waiting for hours and hours to see her.
Oh my gosh.
But, I mean, she's Well, I was going to say good. She's good and bad because she'll spend so long with each person, each group,
Oh
like,
yeah, definitely.
which, is great because it's lovely, experience for people to meet her, but like also just means that people are waiting even longer. But it is what it is. She's just too kind. She's too nice.
So if you come to DragCon next year in LA, 2 queens you want to meet, 2 queens you want to avoid.
Oh, you shady, shady beast. Okay. 2 queens I want to meet. I think Nina West. I look up to Nina so much. I think she's an example of old school drag, of camp excellence. She looks great. She's lovely. She's political. And she's just been in Hairspray, which is like kind of my dream. I don't know if you noticed on the show when I did that runway, but like I find her very aspirational and just very lovely. So I definitely would love to get a chance to meet her. And who else would I really love to meet? Do you know, I think just any of like the winners would be great. Like I'm a big Trixie and Katia fan. I know like that's for the basic girls, but
they don't
call
show
me a
up
basic girl.
nowadays.
I'm the one watching every week on YouTube. Yeah, maybe Trixie and Katia. It's probably a bit of a boring answer, but I just think they're great.
Yeah, they never show up though.
No,
so
I know. What absolute assholes. If you ever hear this, you're assholes.
Oh my god.
Am I allowed to say that? Probably not. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll bleep it, yeah.
We're gonna put this on TikTok and be like, send messages.
Wow, Pixie Polite calls Trixie and Katya out.
Test them out. Who does she think she is?
You don't
okay, and then 2 queens I want to avoid. Fine. You twisted my arm. I don't know really. There's no one I particularly dislike. Like, they're obviously, as a viewer, there's always going to be queens you don't like as much, but I wouldn't go out my way to avoid them. I don't know.
You would just, just be like, oh, don't want to see her. You don't have to actively hate them, but be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're so messy.
Really. I'm going to say no one. I'm going to be in my congenial era. Oh, actually, maybe that one. Maybe that's an avoid.
Damn. Oh, we're going to put that on TikTok, Amanda.
Oh my god.
Can you say fat for me?
What, so you can edit it in somewhere? Never.
Nidu's become a producer.
Oh, you've sold your soul. That's what's happened then. Producers.
Honestly,
right, one day you'll become a drag race producer.
Honestly, I want to be because I'm promoting House of Love cocktails. So they
after you caused all that drama with Down Under, you're like, yes, House of Love cocktails.
Wait, what drama did you cause with Down Under? Oh, with the question at DragCon.
Yeah,
girl. Okay.
So,
see,
I would have loved
you are
for like
becoming a producer. You're producing real life shade moments.
No, because I would be so messy. There would be so much fights if I ever became producer. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'll be orchestrating so much.
Oh my god, but that just reminded me of, I don't think Nina's salty about this, but I am. When I log onto TikTok and I see that the Drag Race account took Nidu's AMC ad where you went to Queens at DragCon and Nicole Kidman's ad, and then you did the one line by one line with different queens. And I think whoever's in charge saw how successful Nidu was with that and was like, let me do the exact same thing. And they also made their own with the All Stars 8 cast.
Yeah, like 70% of the comments is just tagging me. It's just it's just people tagging me. I'm like,
if you're gonna steal something, at least try and get away with it. Make it slightly different.
Yeah. And they put Darian in that. Darian was better in my video, anyways.
No, literally, everyone was saying that online.
Oh my god. Talking about the episode, Are you liking this season? You can be messy.
Yeah.
I do like it.
You don't love it.
I feel like it's maybe missing a little something for me. I don't know whether that's like in the casting or whether it's like yeah, it's hard to say what it is, but like until this episode, it's been quite mild. You know, there's been no oh well, she voted for me, and like let's have a like. Do you know what I mean? Like all that juicy stuff we love to watch. But like I have been enjoying it. I think it's nice to have so many people who I really feel do deserve another shot come back. Like I always have loved Kasha and Darian. Heidi was obviously like lovely. And there's people like Naisha and Monica who maybe didn't get like a great chance their own season or
they all got
older
eliminated.
seasons. Like, you know,
Really?
there's
Like all the queens you mentioned gone home.
I mean, who's left? James. Oh, James, I love. And again, James was a first out. Like, you know, Monica's from an old season. Naisha technically was a first out. Like, I just think it's a really
she was
nice
double out.
Group to give like a platform to again. You know.
Naisha was the first out. Yeah, she was double out.
Some of them, like, I still am a bit like, a bit random that they were like chosen for the cast, but you know, if you get that call, you're not going to turn it down, are you? You know.
So
yeah,
is that
overall,
you saying you're going to do Global All Stars? Is that you saying you're going to do All Stars 9? Is that a confirmation?
I don't know that I'm that high on their list from the UK for the global.
No, because if I
maybe,
was a
maybe it'll end up being like a Down Under versus the World or something random. You know? I always joke when I say, yeah, I'm doing Sweden versus the world.
Yes.
Oh, you know, Sweden is kind of crazy. That franchise, they like to get down.
I actually know one of the girls from Sweden, Antonina Nutshell, because she works.
Oh, she was. Her track record was so iconic. It was so
like
bottom.
Didn't she like
eliminated?
Go and then she came back and like madness.
On a reading challenge. She came back because she won a reading challenge.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she sent the front runner home that episode, and then went home the next episode. It was. I'm telling you, Sweden was crazy.
I mean, pretty iconic.
That is iconic. Oh my gosh.
You know, if like I think you should be on Global All Stars. I would put you and John Burst together, and that way I can like create fake drama. Because remember, there was that fake news that came out of like you making her cry. I'll be like, "Oh, was that true?" And then make you guys say it was true.
And then we'll both cry together and have a lovely resolution, and then we'll both be double eliminated. I mean, I mean, at some point I would love to do it. I'm very chilled right now in what I'm doing, but yeah, maybe one day we'll see.
I hope so. I hope we can get you on. I hope you get on a franchise where you can win money.
Oh, me too. Oh, wouldn't that be great? I do love my badge, but like it doesn't pay the bills.
Oh, you know, it might happen like Vivian in All Star 7, where didn't she like end up not winning anything? Like no money.
She won something. I remember because we're like, oh my god, she finally won money.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, yeah. Just UK queen to win anything other than the badge. I mean, it's pretty iconic, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, a song is more valuable than money. I feel like a song with RuPaul.
That's totally.
I mean, yeah, that's
Champion Ru times Blue.
Yeah. Or a trip to Hollywood. That's even more
true. I mean, you know, unless you're Crystal Versace, and then you just don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch Viv or Lawrence's winning series when it came out?
I saw Lawrence's one episode, I think. Tartan Around.
Tartan Around, that's the one.
Yeah.
She's in Vegas at the moment. Like,
yeah.
So
I got to meet her recently and work with her at Play Louisville.
Oh, right, yeah. Because she's sort of like...
She was doing Hard Candy Tour with Daniel Cole, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's such a laugh. She's so lovely. I met up with her when I was on the Drag Race season 4 tour.
Mm.
When we were in Scotland, I went and had lunch with her. It was lovely. She's such a sweetheart. I'm so happy
Oh.
for her. Like Vegas, for an international girl, like doing the Vegas show, like she's the first one. Like so, it's a big
Yeah.
achievement.
I'm so
Cool.
happy that they're doing that and putting more international girls into like the spotlight. Like her
Yeah.
and Pangina, like excellent choices, you know?
I mean, even just having Pangina like back as a lip sync assassin, like
Yes.
it's great.
Yeah.
It shows they're really trying to like sort of, I guess, cross
Acknowledge.
pollinate is probably the word.
Yeah. Yeah, cross
Yeah,
pollinate.
but like
You know,
we've
she's
had Viv on All Winners, and now we've got Lawrence in Vegas.
mm.
What's next?
Mhm.
You never know.
Who would you want to see besides yourself like that? And would you not want to see?
On an All Stars.
You're like just international level, you know?
Oh, oh God, I don't know. I think that's a hard question because it depends what it is. Oh God, I feel like so on the spot. I mean, if it
Let's
was like
pick
an
like
international,
let's narrow it down to like RuPaul's Drag Race live, like a live show. Like who would you want to see in a Vegas residency?
And who would you not
ooh,
want to see?
okay. Who would I think would be good from the UK? I think Danny would be good.
Hmm.
Danny's a great host, very
Mhm.
funny, great singer. Though obviously, I don't think they do any singing, do they, in the Vegas show? But let's say it's an international UK version
Yeah.
of the Vegas show. I think Danny would be great. Who else from my season? Oh, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if I'd even make the cut because there's so many great queens. Like now, I really think they could do just a UK All Stars on its own. Do you know what I mean? At this
Mm-hmm.
point, there's been so many great people. Like I think
Yeah.
Cheryl would be great in a big show like that. I think even Davina, would be fabulous. Who have we got from 2? I mean, Tace, Lip Sync Assassin would be
Yeah.
fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Vanity. Season
maybe
3.
maybe not season 3. Just kidding.
Oh.
And yeah, do you know what? Vanity, maybe, yeah. Or I think Victoria is a very like showy kind of
Definitely.
queen, so she
Yeah.
can do really well. I mean, there's lots of talent around, and more coming your way this winter on season 5, RuPaul's Drag Race
Mm,
UK.
true.
Zip my lip on that though.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for all the UK seasons and the spin-offs.
Me too.
Everything. It's pretty fun. Um Amanda, you want to get into the episode?
Yeah. Let's hop into the episode. I know usually we run through the challenge and stuff pretty quickly, but I feel like today is an episode where we're gonna have to sit back and really discuss. So,
Mm.
but we'll start off with the actual challenge, which is the Snatch Game of Love.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the love formula or format? Do you prefer that to the regular? How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't think I prefer it, but I do like it in a way because it kind of makes it different. You're not just having the
Mhm.
same thing every time.
Yeah.
It's like regular old Snatch
Mhm.
Game. And I think as well, like it gives people less places to hide because you're in
Mhm.
2 groups.
Yeah.
If you're bad, you can't melt into background. It's obvious that you're bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So in terms of like the stakes, I think it's like a bit more interesting.
Mm.
Totally.
And it also, unlike a normal Snatch Game, gives two different people in each, one in each group, a real
Mhm.
chance to dominate and shine.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if there's too many loud voices, one of
Get
them
lost.
might not persevere in the same way. So I think
Mm.
it's good to like give people their moment a bit more.
Totally.
Yeah. I don't like this format, but I do like that they're trying something new. Why? The reason I don't like it is because at the end of the day, you only have one winner because like one person
Mm.
wins the challenge. If it was like a top 2 and one from each of the group gets to lip sync in the end for the like final win, I would have liked it more. Because it's like one team always gets, like overlooked. It's that I don't like. And honestly, like separating the girls, I kind of like people like bouncing off each other. 4 people is kind of like, I don't know, I don't like it personally, but that's just me. But I totally see
I
your
do
point.
like the regular format as well, but
Yeah,
sometimes it's just
it's
nice
good
to
to switch it
change
up.
things up. Yeah,
They should do
though
like
it is
Celebrity
interesting.
Jeopardy.
Is that what it's based on?
No, this Snatch Game of Love is like Match Game of Love, and then Snatch Game
Yeah.
is like something else. But there's like a Celebrity Jeopardy, like SNL used to do it, where there's like 2 teams. It's like UK versus the World. They did it on UK versus the World with like 2 sets of teams.
Oh, do you
They're
mean
all playing
Family Feud?
celebrities. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Jeopardy, they do that. Oh wait, that is Family Feud. Jeopardy. What is Jeopardy?
Jeopardy's the one where they go, "What is?" when they answer the question. Like they have to answer the
Oh yeah,
question as an
I'm talking about
or answer
Jeopardy
as a
because
question.
that's more American, I guess. But then that's
But
also
Family
Family
Feuds
Feud is also
is like
American.
Snatch Game. You have to like list, like you have to give words that are you
Sure.
think people
Jeopardy
would
is
know.
like what I'm referencing from SNL because SNL used to do that like with fake celebrities. Because I remember Kristen Wiig used to Kathy Lee. It was very funny, but something like that I think would be fun. That way the teams still be together, like all of them
Mm.
still be together and still play off each other. I don't
Oh, sorry, that was very
know.
sudden.
No, you're okay.
I was about to talk, and then
Uh-oh.
something just like a bit of dust or something.
Oh damn.
One thing I will say about having it split into 2 groups is it's interesting. Every time we've seen the Snatch Game of Love format, the way that they group people, they obviously have an idea already who they think is going to do
True.
well. Because usually the heavyweights who you expect to do well are put in different groups. Like, wouldn't it have been like quite camp and interesting to have like Jimbo, Alexis, James all in one group?
Oh
I
yeah.
agree. I
Because they'd
very
just
much
be
agree.
battling it out, and the other group would just be like, "What, what?"
That happened with season 6. Remember with the
On the Snatch Game.
Eureka, Pandora, and Raja were in one group. Raja was funny, but that group was like really not that great. And then you had Kylie, Ginger in one group. Like they were like
Oh
the.
yeah, yeah,
But I
and
think
Kylie did
they
Dolly.
thought they thought Eureka was going to do amazing, so they separated Ginger and Eureka, but it kind of backfired with that.
Yeah.
That's it. Who was your favorite Snatch Game?
Jimbo. It was just
It was really funny.
Jimbo was stupid, very quick with the wit. You know, the physical comedy was like stellar. The look was great. Like it just everything about that. There was never a moment where I was like, okay, that wasn't that strong. Every action, every word out of Jimbo's being
Well,
was
yeah,
just great Snatch Game. I did think
absolutely.
Alexis was good, like, but it was giving me more like inside the actor's studio, like
Oh.
Stanislavski, like meta reality theater,
Mhm.
method acting theater. Sorry.
Uh,
I feel like if you don't know the Golden Girls references that she was giving out, like, it probably wouldn't be
yeah,
as
yeah.
funny or as good.
Mhm.
I'm a big Golden Girls fan, so like, I
Yeah,
got it, but
same.
Mhm.
like, I
I didn't
definitely,
get it. I have never seen an episode of Golden
yeah.
Wow,
But like, Rue
interesting.
bloody loves Golden Girls, so she was
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly pissing herself.
yeah, she
Um,
was really.
Other than that, like James was funny, but it was kind
Mhm.
of James just being James,
Mhm.
but with some
Mhm.
catchphrases from
Yeah,
Jennifer Coolidge. So
Mhm.
like good, but not a winner for me anyway.
yeah,
And the rest of
that's.
them were kind of just there,
Oh
in my
damn.
opinion.
Yeah, I really like Jimbo. I thought Jimbo was amazing. I also loved Heidi. I thought Heidi was so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I like when like she took out her fake leg and was like, "Well, the jig is over." Like from the first clip, like she was hilarious, and it was kind of shocking because at Untucked, everybody was like, "Well, Heidi's going to be in the bottom if she didn't leave," and I was
Well,
shocked
this is the
about that.
thing. Like, I could see maybe why they would say that because she was really funny and really
Yeah.
quick, but she wasn't really doing a character. She was just Heidi in a pirate costume.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's why they thought that. And I kind of got the impression from Heidi during that challenge that she'd already checked out, which is why she was like so quick to like not put the others down, but do you know what I mean? Like to get involved with the others and be like, that was awful, because she kind of just felt like she was already saying, oh, I don't really care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And
how do you feel about the placements like leading up to this episode, specifically in times where it was between, I guess, or like when Heidi was safe, when the popular opinion was that she should have been high. So like for example, like
ball.
SNL
Oh,
or like the ball challenge, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm inclined to agree with her. I think there were one or two episodes where she could have or should have probably been in the top.
Mm-hmm.
Not a winner necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But there were a few times where I did think, well, why is that person in the top? Like, I think for the ball, there was the ball, wasn't there? And Candy was in
Mm-hmm.
the top. And I remember thinking
yeah.
that was a very strange placement,
Mm-hmm.
because I was kind of like, well, she's wearing 3 bodysuits with some random things on her. Why does that make her in the top? It just didn't really make sense to me. When Heidi was there, she had a good package that episode. Like, that's the one that sticks out to me where I'm like, yeah, you definitely should have been in the top.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the SNL, well, and even in the sort of, what was it, movie trailer
Oh,
challenge
yeah.
from the week
Yeah.
before, like, again, she could have so easily been in the top then. And I can get
Agree.
how, like, in the fishbowl pressure cooker of being in the competition, like, especially going back and feeling like this is your time to like prove yourself or redeem,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you did last time and show your growth. To be there under that pressure and then have the judges not really appreciate you the way that you feel like you should be, I guess, is quite hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Yeah. Totally.
Honestly, I see it.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
What did you think of Kahana's Snatch Game? Coco.
I enjoyed it actually for the first couple of answers.
Oh,
I thought she
Mm-hmm.
did well enough. Wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I chuckled, I laughed a few
yeah.
times, but sort of after the first few times, and I think they said it in the judging as well, like it did get a bit old, because
Mhm.
there isn't much you can do with like angry, and she was sort of playing angry, like pissed
Mm-hmm.
off
Yeah.
Coco, which is fine to start with because there's like catchphrases and things you can say, but it kind of just then got stuck in the mud a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like when Kahana was telling Heidi that she shouldn't have interjected or something. What did you think of that? Because it's Snatch Game, so
Yeah, I think part of Snatch Game is reacting in the moment, and if you see a
Mm-hmm.
joke, just taking it. Like, obviously I'm no authority on the Snatch Game. I wasn't very good at all. But even then, there were moments of ours where someone else would be answering a question, and I'd be like jump in with something, or I think Cheddar did it a
yeah.
few times, and someone else did it.
Hmm.
Like, it's just kind of part of the game. You want to
Right.
go above and beyond. You don't want to just say your answer and hope that it's funny. You need
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be completely embodying the character, because you're not
Yeah.
just, say for example, I'm Shirley Bassey again, right, in the Snatch Game.
yeah.
I'm not only Shirley Bassey when Rue talks to me. I'm Shirley Bassey constantly. So if Shirley
Exactly.
Bassey sat next to Cliff Richard or like the president,
Yeah.
how would Shirley Bassey react to that person? Do you know what I mean? It's all
Hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
being in the moment. So I don't think Heidi did anything wrong.
Yeah.
Did she do it a lot? Yeah. But, you know, again, there's only 4 of them in it. So, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
you are going to get
Definitely.
more of that
Right.
interaction.
Yeah.
I get where Kahana's coming from, because, like, when you're having a hard time, it can just feel like this person's out to get me. But it's sort of just the way the game is, in my
Right.
opinion.
Like James said, Heidi played Snatch Game in the way God intended.
Yeah, it was a great phrase.
It that one time when she was passing the map and she was like,
Find the
give her the
joke.
map so she can find the joke. I thought that was hilarious. I loved it so much. And they put like the shady noise with like everybody going silent, and I was like, why? That is so funny. Like they wanted it to be like a moment where Kahana looks at her and be like, is this bitch for real? But I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was
So
funny too.
But so once they get back in the workroom, obviously, Kahana calls out Heidi for those jokes, and then once that happens, Candy also adds to the fire about the tea between Heidi, Jimbo, Candy, and Alexis.
Yeah.
What do you think about that drama and the lies and Alexis agreeing and then disagreeing and making it very unclear?
Yeah.
It's very unclear to this day what the truth of the fact is. What I will say is I have a theory about
I want to hear
how
this
this can
theory.
happen. So, you know, it's a produced television show. Sometimes certain people are told to get ready next to each other to, have a chat or whatever. It seemed very convenient that Jimbo and Candy and Kahana were all right next to each other on a table when there's all those makeup mirrors.
Yeah.
Conveniently for this conversation to happen, and I don't know if maybe someone was like, Kahana, are you going to bring this up with Heidi? And then put them all there so that, because you know what Candy's like. Candy loves to clear the air, shall we say.
Yeah.
She's like very upfront as a person.
Right.
So like if she's seeing Kahana bringing up her issue with Heidi, I think they knew that in turn Candy would then be like, well, actually, also I've heard this. So it felt kind of a bit like they planned for the drama to come out, maybe. And I can get how, overwhelming that must have been for Heidi. Like, because,
Yeah.
I don't believe for a second that she intended to purposefully throw Kahana off. I don't think that was what.
No.
She doesn't seem like that kind of girl. And she did genuinely seem like quite like shocked and upset that, that Kahana said that. And I don't think either of them are at fault really. Like everyone's allowed to feel their feelings. Like there's a lot going on at Drag Race. And even Candy then bringing up the other thing, I don't think it's out of order because if you've heard someone said some shit about you, and there's an opportunity with everyone present to like clear the air, why wouldn't you? I don't know. It was difficult. I didn't think any of them were at fault necessarily in the scenario because, and I mean, that's me saying it, not knowing who's telling the truth with the Candy thing. But, the one person who I felt came off badly out of that whole interaction was Alexis.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if Candy did say that or if she didn't say that or if something similar was said that maybe got misinterpreted. Because, those things happen. But yeah, it just felt like Alexis was suddenly like deer in the headlights. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to put a target on my back in case this person or that person's in the top and I'm not in. I mean, I'm in the bottom. Yeah, I like Alexis. I think she's a great queen, but it sort of reminded me of how I went off her over time during season 9.
Oh yeah.
In a way. And I don't want to say anything too negative because I'm sure she is lovely, but it just didn't feel right to me in that moment. When everyone else is being so honest and upfront for you to sort of shy away from the truth.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting too deep with it. I don't know.
No, you're
No,
absolutely right.
Yeah.
the way, like, I love all the queens, so let me clarify that. The way she like backtracked in real time, you could
Oh
see
yeah,
her kind of be like, oh,
it's
like
the
that
moment she
was,
forgot there were cameras.
yeah. She really, like, so that leads me to believe that it, like, Candy did say that, because in the end she just got like, oh, if I say it right here, they're gonna send my ass home because I'm the one that's like being, messy here or whatever. So you could
Yeah.
see like her wheels turning. It
Well,
was
I
really
suppose in the moment as well,
fascinating.
maybe she was just thinking, because if they all thought Heidi was in the bottom, maybe they thought it was like, oh, well, I don't want to agree with Heidi because she might go home, and that
Mm,
means maybe I've got a target on my back next time. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Because, like,
very that.
I don't know, it's difficult because Jimbo obviously at this point is like a big, big threat in the competition,
Mm-hmm.
doing so well. Candy, is also a bit of a heavyweight. I don't think we've seen the best of her yet this season, but I think it's to come. And she was a
Mhm.
finalist, so maybe
Mm-hmm.
Alexis was just kind of like, "Oh, I don't want to piss these people off.
Mhm.
I'll just
That's
say
fair.
nothing." But
True.
it's a shame because, in a way, I think that is actually probably what triggered Heidi to break down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she felt like
Because,
no one was on her side and believing her. Like
yeah,
no one.
she felt a bit gaslit, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Um, and like, I think if you were asking most queens who've been on the show, like honestly, they would tell you there were moments where they didn't want to be there anymore, but they powered through. And I
Mm,
think that's what Heidi tried to do after that conversation at the mirrors when she was doing her makeup.
Mhm.
yeah.
But sometimes emotions can be overwhelming, and like watching her leave the workroom, like I felt so awful because it looked to me like she was having a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
it's like I
did.
don't
Poor
I don't think
girl.
anyone should be made to feel like I don't think anyone should be made to feel like they need to get in that state over a television show. But
Mhm.
I can understand it because these are people who you thought maybe were your friends and you feel betrayed or alone. It was very uncomfortable to watch, I have to say.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Especially after like my season, knowing
Mm-hmm.
what, some of the queens went through, especially like Baby with her leaving. Like it
Mhm.
was difficult to watch. And it's interesting to see this trend since the pandemic, really, of queens just
Yeah.
deciding actually for my own well-being maybe this isn't for me. um
Mhm.
yeah, it's difficult in a way, though. I think it's good, like people are just putting themselves first in that way. But it is
Mhm.
a shame that we won't get to see more of Heidi because I think she was a real competitor, and she had been doing well even though she hadn't been in the top,
Yeah.
and we
I
could have seen a
agree.
lot more great things from her this season. But you know some people will come back 2, 3, 4, 12 times at this point, so maybe she'll be on another All Stars another time.
Maybe. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. When like, was the vibe similar? I don't know if you can talk about it, but was the vibe similar when Baby quit in your season? Like with how it was this episode?
um Not really, because when Baby left, it wasn't because of any conflicts
Mm-hmm.
amongst us as a cast.
Mm.
So it didn't have that same kind of tension. Um, and Baby was honestly like a real trooper with it. She tried as much as she could to not fall apart around other people. She never
Oh.
Mhm.
let it show on camera, really.
Mm.
Um, so even though I knew, every episode that she was kind of going through it, I was still complete. I mean, I think we all were completely gagged when she
Yeah.
said she needed to leave, just because she was struggling. But as far
Mhm.
as we could actually see, she was getting through it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a gag, complete gag.
What was
Mhm.
it on this, like, on stage? Was the first time she said it, or had she like already decided?
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, maybe she confided in one of the other girls beforehand, but as far as I'm aware, none of us knew. She just said it. And we were all kind of like, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Though that
I
being
like
said,
that.
I
Yeah.
kind of was glad she went because I knew if I was a lip sync against her, I couldn't beat her.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that she lip synced and then left. Because that lip sync
Yeah.
was fire. Like, that lip sync
Oh,
was
yeah, it was
amazing.
great. And, dancing and lip syncing, that's what she does. Like, I guess in a way for her, it was nice knowing she was already going to say she was going to go to showcase what she does one last time, free of the burden of knowing you're going to have to stay. She could just do a great show and then be like, peace, I'm out.
Totally. So moving on now, we're gonna go into our looks. Once again, we're an 8 regurgitate. The theme was reveal yourself. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I guess it's like a show us who you are, but do it with a reveal, which is quite cool.
Totally.
But then what does that tell about Alexis coming in as a hag?
Maybe that's how she thought she was on season 9. Who knows? And now she's an elegant woman. I mean, to be fair, if we're going to talk about Alexis first, I have seen that hag outfit on. There's like a viral video of Alexis from years ago where she does the Into the Woods reveal from the ugly witch into the beautiful witch. So if you go on YouTube, you can probably find it. Everyone listening, go and look for it. It's the Into the Woods Alexis Michelle reveal. So she's kind of reused that, but it's actually a different dress, the second one. In the viral video, it's this gorgeous sort of powder blue Cinderella type dress, and she looks stunning in it.
I would have loved that on this main stage too.
Yeah. To be honest, when I saw her come out in the hag version, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be great." And then she did the reveal, and I was actually kind of disappointed because the dress and the look that she revealed into, for me, wasn't as good as the one that I know it was before. But that's just me because I've seen it before, like, sort of thing. I mean, I still would eat it. She ate, but like it's kind of like a bit more of a nibble because of that. But that's just me.
I agree. I think because from the hag, I think if she had like a much colorful gown that she came into,
Yeah,
because her blueberry gown was so beautiful. That color, like the purple blueberry thing. So if it was something colorful, it would have been drastic too. Like she went from a hag to a princess or whatever. This just felt, it felt like meh. Like you said.
yeah. It just seemed like weirdly thought out because it's like, who are you? So I'm guessing she's being like, I'm a theatre queen. I don't know what the second look really, how that translates to it. If she would gone from the hag into some other kind of theatre reference, it might have made sense. I mean, with the dress and the makeup and the wig, it reminded me of Jan's. She wore like a big black gown on one of her seasons. And I know she's Jan's drag mother. And I'm like, did you cook this up with Jan? Did you not know that?
I did
I
not know
did
that.
not know that either.
I don't think it's like a big thing, but I'm pretty sure, Alexis is technically Jan's drag mother.
Wow.
I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments when this comes out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she helped Jan get her start in New York.
That makes
But
sense.
so this second look, very much, I looked at it and I was like, have you borrowed this from Jan because you want to be young and cool and fun? That's kind of what it gave me.
Yeah.
Oh, you girls keep me young.
Yeah, literally. She's a cool mom. Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't know that about Jan and Alexis.
I did not know that.
I did.
Damn, now it makes so much sense.
Spilling the tea.
So much sense.
Okay. It tracks. It tracks. Yeah, I agree with everything. It's soft 8 for me.
Yeah.
I think an 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Nidu?
Oh, I will say nibbled.
Ooh, okay. She does look great though in the second one. It's just,
her face looks amazing.
Yeah.
I just think that Alexis had some beautiful looks before.
Maybe she could have done a bit better. That being said, though, if that second outfit was a runway for another week for something, I would think it was gorgeous. So,
Right.
do you know what I mean? Like her runways have been consistently quite good this season. That she's been quite slay.
The look that she was eliminated in the first, like her original season, haunts me to this day.
Her
Put a picture here,
turquoise
and
stones.
that was
Yeah,
wild. And
that was a bit of a wild one.
When RuPaul eliminated her, and she said, "Your Native American look left us with some reservations." That was crazy. That was.
How dare she say that?
RuPaul has had some, like, when something Wong, she was like, "If loving you is Wong, I don't want to be white."
That is cool.
Whoever comes
funny.
up with those, I can't.
Sometimes she comes out with these zingers. Choices, in the words of Tatiana. No, at least it's entertaining for us, I suppose.
Did she say anything for you? I don't remember. Like, did she say anything funny?
Do you know? I can't remember. I've actually not rewatched any of my seasons since it happened.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm waiting to unlock that chest of trauma for another time. She said something.
She said,
I can't remember.
Pixie Polite, a fairy is a teeny.
That's what she
never
said.
say that to me. To be honest, I don't even remember like what happened in the moment, because all I remember is the lip sync finishing, and I was like so at peace and ready to go home, and I had like that rush of adrenaline knowing it was over. And so all I really remember is saying my line and going. I don't really remember much else. Yeah. I know the girls came up on the stage and gave me a hug, but I have not a clue what Rue said or anyone said. I was just sort of like, woo, bye, in my own little world.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
Well, moving on, let's take a look at James Mansfield. What you think?
This is a regurgitate for me.
Oh.
I think she looks nice, but I think Michelle was right. You know, it's getting a bit predictable now from James. It's good that she has an aesthetic like that's recognizable, but like, I kind of feel like if you're coming back to Drag Race, even with a strong aesthetic, like that is very branded to you, you still need to find ways to twist that brand into the themes. And I get that this is a who are you thing, but it just doesn't seem elevated. Do you know what I mean? Like it didn't fit. It was all a bit simple looking. Like it looked like, you know, I've seen videos on her YouTube and stuff where her and her friends have whipped up a dress in like 5 hours, and it kind of looked a bit like that.
Yeah.
Sort of vibe. And even the puppet when she walked out on a, you know, it was just like a big sack. Like if the puppet even, I know it sounds really strange, but if the puppet had been like tailored so it matched her like hourglass of her shape, like even that would have elevated it slightly. It kind of just looked all a bit thrown together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree. Even like the skin on her last outfit was very wrinkly, like the skin part on her stomach. I think this was the last look that she decided for, like, while creating the package.
Yeah, I feel like it was like a last minute, okay, I know I've got some stuff that will work that we can throw together. Let's focus on these other ones kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that she incorporates her puppets, because James does amazing puppets. That's like, I'm glad that she's at least adding that.
Yeah. It was a regurgitate for me too. Although I do like it and it fits her aesthetic well. I know in the judging when Michelle was like, the skin is like not fitting you well. And I was thinking about it, I was like, well, if James is like makes a lot of their stuff, maybe they just didn't have time to hem it more before going on the runway, but I think she had the capability, so if she had the time, it would have been dope. Maybe it would have saved her a little bit.
Agree.
Yeah. In a way, I kind of feel for her, because she was like, oh, I lost a little bit of weight, so that's why it's a bit baggy. I mean, it might just be an excuse, so we don't know. But you know, if it's true, then like I feel for her because once you've done your final fittings before you leave, the first time you're trying it on is when you're putting it on to walk the runway, and they're shouting 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So like you genuinely wouldn't have time to like really do much other than pin it. So yeah, though I've just had a thought, like how camp would it have been for the puppet if the puppet had like a big blonde James Manfield wig, and she was
Yeah, that would have been
operating the
cute.
mouth and like moving the arm or something as she came out. Even
Yeah.
that for me would have like brought it up. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
Because she already did a little bit of the lashes. Like she did want it to look a little cunty, but a wig would have really, I think, elevated it. I agree.
And like she could have even incorporated like the puppet elements to the rest of the outfit. When she took the puppet like fur thing off the head, why couldn't her boobs have been massive puppet eyes? And then when she ripped them off, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just those little things.
I agree.
But overall, she looked camp, and I do really like her. But I think it probably, I mean, she was in the top, wasn't she?
She was in the top.
Yeah. But like, she probably would have been a bit closer to the win if this had been a bit more well executed. I don't know.
Agree.
Totally. Next, we have Jessica Wilde.
Dreams of a Golden Child. Does somebody else want to go first?
Well,
I can go
is
first.
She like, yeah, go on, Amanda.
I don't remember who I heard this from, but it stuck with me. So kind of ironic. But I've been told a good reveal is one you don't see coming. And I get the category is reveal yourself. So obviously it's a reveal. But by having that big coat on first, it's like you knew that there was something coming. And like actually when I was watching this the live viewing party with the princess, because that's like part of my job is being there, and I don't watch the episodes beforehand because I'm like, oh, I want to like react with the crowd for myself. And I missed what the category was, and Jessica was one of the first. And so when I saw her on TV, I was like, oh, that's gonna be a reveal. And then so like I was very obvious to me that it was going to be a reveal. So with that, and then what I like heard before, I was just like, oh, this might not go well for Jessica with the judges. So it was okay. I'll give it a nibble. I liked the end product. Like I loved the last look, but the first two I wasn't very drawn to at all. Maybe Regurgitate actually. I love Jessica though.
Yeah, I feel like for me she does look nice. It would be a nibble, but like close to a Regurgitate. Just because like I get what she was going for, but it kind of feels like she was like, okay, what's an idea I can do with stuff that like I can pull out of my wardrobe and maybe stick an egg to? Because the first one, I get that it kind of gives chicken, but like, yeah, like it's fine. Like I agree. Like taking a coat off isn't a reveal.
Yeah.
Like I remember on season 2 of UK, like the runway theme was reveal, and Tace took a coat off, like a red coat off to reveal a red bodysuit, and we were like, okay,
bloody.
your point on that. But like for this, again, it's just me being an absolute impolite young woman. Like there's no reason why she couldn't have come out in like a big, like, even if it was the same color hair, like big like mohawk, like a rooster for the first bit, and then revealed something that wasn't that second outfit because it was awful.
I thought that was it for a bit, and I was like, this is what she revealed too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad she then took it off, because the third one, the egg one, is simple, but it's like quite fun and camp. But yeah, the second one was so strange, like, because honestly, if she didn't say I'm a chicken and an egg in the voiceover, I would have no clue what was going on. It looks like I don't even know. She looks like a sperm. Like if she had revealed into like, do you remember? I think it was season 9. Aja came out in that like big shape.
Oh yeah.
Thing. I think it's Iris. I might have got this completely wrong. I think it's like an Iris Van Herpen reference. Aja came out in one, and then a few seasons later, someone came out in something similar. I think it was Rosé. Like if she'd come out with something like that seemed a bit more like conceptual, I would have been like, it doesn't look like an egg, but like it's fashionable, it's camp. Whereas this kind of just looks like she went to Party City and like, yeah, bought like an old ghost or like a sperm or a something,
I
and
wish
just like, I'm an egg.
Maybe it would have been cool and made it look more like an egg if there was Velcro in like a jagged like line to look like an egg cracking, and you cracked open the egg. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been great. Honestly,
and more
she
obvious.
should have referenced Bjork's swan dress. Like the first look should have been like something like that.
Yeah.
And then she lays an egg, which is, her, and then the egg cracks and it's yolk. I don't know. Would have been
It's a
like
double yolk.
at least
very, very rare.
double yolk.
But yeah, she looks cute, but it kind of does give, I just kind of threw this one together.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Agree. Very close to a regurgitate, I agree.
Like if she came out as like in all gold and did like a cool sparkly gold reveal, I'd be like, makes sense. Dreams of a golden child.
Oh
yeah. The chicken theme still makes sense, but I guess it's just a bit easier.
Totally.
It was.
I don't know.
And next we have Jimbo.
Am I being too mean? I feel like I'm being too mean.
No, you're being honest, and it's not mean. So
okay. Jimbo. Oh yeah, I like this one a lot. What do you think?
I was really like, Crystal Method cosplay ? When she walked down as Adam with a mullet.
It does kind of, yeah, it look like a bit like Crystal.
This was the
now
best.
You said it. See, I love this because it felt like an evolution of Jimbo's love for the latex prosthetic stuff, because obviously Jimbo, since her original seasons, built this kind of like brand of like the giant breastplates, and then that kind of evolved, and then she did like the full suit for her entrance, and it's kind of like, this is the next level of that even. So I thought it was very clever, it was very on brand, and it was just so weird. Like, I love drag that like really can like promote a reaction, and this had me reacting, let me tell you. It's so strange and so bizarre.
It was scary,
I loved
but
it.
I liked it.
I loved it. This was a devour for me.
Agree. This was the best of the night. This runway category was like not best, and she was, I think, the best. Like, she was really good.
Yeah, I fully agree. It's a devour. I don't get how the Adam and Eve really shows us who she is, but I think it's the use of the latex in a like kind of like unsettling way, which definitely is very on brand for her.
Like, I didn't even realize she was walking backwards at first. I thought, oh, she's gonna pull the mask off and it's gonna be her. But then she turned around. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, you thought she was gonna pull a black pepper?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Face reveal.
So it was good. I enjoyed it.
This was scary in a good way.
Yeah, very creepy. If I was going to critique anything, it might be like the giant apple with like the weird springy snake was a bit like naff in comparison to the rest of it, but like it was so fun that it didn't really even matter.
Right.
Yeah. I think she thought that she needed one, like a reveal, like a traditional reveal, I guess, because her revealing another face is already a reveal. So that would have been fine. But I think she thought she needed to do something extra so they don't critique her. Like, oh. So that snake. But it was not. That was the only, I agree. It looked very childy.
All right. Next, we have Kahana Montrese.
She looks beautiful.
Kahana, yeah, she looks so stunning. I think this is, for me, the most stunning she's looked all season. Like, the makeup is perfect. Her body is shimmering. It's gorgeous. Like, and what's more on brand for her, like, than to show off being, a Vegas showgirl, and also her stunning body. Like,
Yes.
she's obviously worked very hard on it since her season, both physically and surgically. It is so on brand. It is revealing her, who she is and what she does.
Yeah.
I thought, she's done a couple of big showgirly looks this season.
Mm-hmm.
I've not been a huge fan of some of them. I thought of some of them have looked a bit like cheap Vegas, but this gives like expensive. It looks stunning. The color's great in her skin. Like just everything about it I thought was absolutely fabulous. Though I'm so surprised when she did that final reveal that we didn't get an extra sitting on a secret surprise coming out, because that is some serious tucking skills from this book. Loved it. Devoured for me. Absolutely devoured. And considering she was in the bottom, like, this is a way to like really show out on the runway.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think she ate. She looks gorgeous. Reveal, like, I get the Vegas thing, but I also, because I think there was two types of, like, you had to do a reveal too, like on the runway, and this was not a good like reveal because she just dropped it.
It wasn't an obvious reveal.
Yeah,
I suppose it was kind of like little things that she took off. To be honest, I didn't really notice that she was revealing anything until the final like panty reveal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get you on that.
So for that, like, I will give it a 8, but like, just the prompt was a little.
We're keeping score now.
Next, we have Candy Muse. Nice.
I like the second look a lot. The first look, I think that's how she began. The first look, when she's like a housewife.
I didn't get the story.
I didn't either. It felt like three different pieces.
I think it's housewife, like being slutty, like a dominatrix. I guess that's.
But what does that tell us about Candy or her brand? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Candy is sexy. I think that's like her whole. Like, Candy's like a sexy, like.
Okay.
You know what? The housewife got divorced and went to space and got remarried there. That's what I got.
Sure. For me, it is regurgitate. I don't understand how these looks make sense together. I don't think they're good looks, and I don't get what it says about her as a reveal yourself.
Yeah. I think it was just like a literal reveal. I think we're looking into deep with
like, no, we're not. This is a competition. Like, I don't know. Like, the first look was cute enough, I guess. But when I want something to reveal, I want it to reveal into something more magnificent.
Agree.
And the red dress for me was giving like Tia Coffee's.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Season 2. That's what it was giving to me. Because it doesn't even give her any shape. She's still like straight up and down. And then she revealed into this like cheap silver lingerie set. Like, honestly, the third one to me looked like a sewing challenge and not a great one.
It does.
Like, I like Candy a lot, but these looks for me are like, honestly, if I was Rue, I'd be like, go home right now. This is not what I need. Because I think the first look is the best one, and then it just gets worse each reveal.
Especially after her strong runway last week with the ass.
Yeah, she's had some really good ones. And for me, this just isn't it.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sure I really went in there, but like, I just really don't like it.
I think it's a regurgitate for me too, because even if it's not about who she is, I think the story it's giving are 3 very separate things. I also, not to be nitpicky, because I love Candy and we know I love Candy, like the neckline on the dress, just it told me there's more coming. Like, it's too the way it's shaped is like something is being hidden. And so
the hair does not go with any of the looks.
It goes with the first one.
You know what? I'll give her this. The hair and the makeup, so stunning.
Oh,
makeup,
I love
she
her
looks
makeup.
amazing, yeah.
I tried to go to Target to buy
gorgeous.
the shade of the CoverGirl blush she's wearing, but then
Oh,
they didn't sell it in my white ass town. I was so sad.
damn. CoverGirl, put that bass in.
I think. Do you know what? I think the other thing that like gets me sometimes about Candy's runways is as a curvy queen myself, like I'm such a stickler for like having a waist and a hip, like and a boob to like round everything out. And obviously that's not the only way to like present femininity. But like I don't know, it doesn't look like she's giving any kind of illusion to me other than maybe a small hip pad. And for me personally, as a fat bitch, I'm like, I feel like, come on, baby, you could do like better. But you know, it's her drag and it's how she wants to present. So I can't hold that against her. Do you know what I can hold against her? These ugly outfits. So I'll say that.
What do you think, Nero?
No, the second outfit being Tia's reveal outfit is so accurate. Like as you were saying
Even
it, I
down
was
to the
thinking
hair, it's like a yellowy blonde.
The way
Maybe
she
I'll
could have
tweet
won
that.
that episode, Tia, but because of the reveal, she didn't. I can't.
We were very poor at the time. It's okay.
Well, yeah, this was regurgitate for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I love Candy though. Love Candy. Love
Me
her.
too.
Yeah,
Alright.
I wasn't like a huge fan of her in original season, but I am enjoying her like a lot more in this All Stars.
Yeah.
She just seems more relaxed, which I think is maybe the difference. Like, yeah,
Totally.
she's camp.
Also, yeah, she had to deactivate her Twitter for a while because of the hate she was getting for this episode.
Yeah, I saw that. I tweeted about it. It was
that's sad.
It's just never nice, you know.
It's just a TV show. People forget it.
Yeah. And also, as I said before, we don't know the truth of what happened.
Right.
So, like, for all we know, it could all be a misunderstanding and someone had overheard something wrong or misinterpreted it. Like, it's probably likely that no one is at fault except Alexis. Yeah, no, it's horrible. Like, whenever a new season comes out, like even when it was season 15 and like the girls were all having their like Twitters like deactivated and stuff by like people hacking them and reporting them and stuff. It's just horrible because we're just, you know, silly clowns or artists or like people who just love being creative and dressing up and you know, performing, and we want to go on the show and just have a nice time and show off what we do, and it's just
she's
kind of
frozen.
Like so sad.
I thought she was
that
doing
can
a
lead to
dramatic
so much
pause.
negativity.
Me too. And I was like, oh.
Let's move on to Lala Ree's look.
Oh yeah, Lala. In the words of Mo Hart, lunch. For me, this is not a reveal. It's a piece of fabric. To quote whoever that was on a previous season, she's wrapped herself in a piece of fabric.
Oh, and it was a Dia talking about George's.
I can't remember who it was, but someone. I think it's like in an Untucked from years ago. It's like it's a piece of fabric. Maybe it might even be a Michelle. I don't know. Someone tell us in the comments. But yeah, she's walked out with a piece of fabric around her, which she's pulled off. Not a reveal, and then it's revealed this like lovely velvet material, gorgeous color that just seems like very simple and homemade for a runway. I don't get what it says about her. Like if she'd come out in a giant paper bag and revealed a sickening recreation of her paper bag look, so on brand, such a good reveal, would go viral. Like what's she doing? It felt like she had this in her cupboard and she was like, oh, I've got some fabric left over, I'll wrap it around myself. Done. That's kind of how it felt. So for me, it is a regurgitate. Though saying that, she does look nice. Like if she was at a show, I'd be like, oh, you look real cute. I like this.
Yes.
Not for an All-Stars runway.
Totally.
I agree. This was bad. Like I love Lala so much, but this was kind of bad. This whole runway, besides like Jimbo, everybody kind of like was not good.
This was a bad runway for the majority. This is just.
Do you know what? I think it kind of gives me the impression that this was the runway that most of the girls thought wasn't going to come up on the list.
Jimbo's was the best, and I also loved Darian's, which was in the Fame Games. I thought she was gorgeous. That was so beautiful. It was like a wedding gown. You haven't seen that one? It was like a wedding gown, and then she takes off the wedding gown, and it's like a black widow gown. It was really beautiful. She looked gorgeous. To look at that. And I think because they do it twice, and I don't know why they used that particular footage, but the second one she kind of struggles a little bit, and her like gown slides up a little bit, and people are like, "Oh, it's horrible," because I can see the white fabric underneath, and I'm like, "Girl, she looks gorgeous." Like, piss off. It was really pretty. I think I have it here. I think she should have it here. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah.
I finally found Mr. Right. I only did it for the money. I didn't mean to drop the toaster in your bath. Now I am the Black Widow.
Oh yeah, that's good. To be honest, I think it's probably one of her best ones so far.
Agreed.
And it is so crazy because she would have done amazing in the Snatch Game, and with this runway, she honestly could have won this episode.
Well, this is the thing. Her and Kasha, the fact that we haven't had a Snatch Game
and a reading challenge
this season from both of them, is an absolute travesty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially Kasha, who hasn't done it before. I think she'd be so great.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
and
crazy that all the.
I don't think Kasha went when it was her time, but I also didn't really want. She was against Darian, wasn't she, that week?
Darian.
I also didn't want Darian to go, so
it's hard.
My top 4 all gone home.
Who's your top 4? Okay, go on.
Heidi, Darian, Monica. Oh wait, one of them is still here. I thought Candy also, but I love Jimbo too. So, but 3 of them have gone home.
I kind of before the season thought top 4 for me was going to be Heidi, Jimbo, Candy, and then curveball. Like I maybe thought like James.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think James has done so well for themselves in the real world, I felt like the producers might be like, "Wow, wouldn't it be like so cool to have a first out then make it to the final?" Well, yeah. I suppose we had that with Vanjie, sort of.
So the challenge winner was Jimbo.
Yes.
And were we happy about that? I think you were.
Oh, she was not.
Oh, you're talking to me? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like Jimbo, hands down on the runway, for me, the best one. And then again, hands down in the challenge. Like, she literally tap danced on everyone else's graves. Like,
if only she did that during the lip sync.
I mean, yeah, but not every queen's good at everything. She's good at everything else, so I guess lip syncing is not for her. But I don't know. It was a strange one. It was a strange lip sync.
Hallucinate by Dua Lipa.
Huh?
Lip sync.
It was Hallucinate.
Oh yeah, Hallucinate. Yes. Such a good song. I think
they've used it.
Lip sync too. I think they've used it before. I think.
Yeah, Vanity versus Crystal.
That was a good lip sync.
That was.
I'm not gonna lie. When when the screen goes up and it's like reveal yourself, like based on the silhouette, I was looking at it. I was like, is that Crystal Versace? It was like human hair with like a robe and like very slim and tall, and I was like, they're not bringing her back to do this song again.
they really wanted Jimbo to lose. Like, if they bring her back for that particular song, they're like, because they know Crystal can do. It's like
that would have been so funny.
One thing I felt really bad for Jimbo Jasmine is like a lip sync. Like she really is like a lip sync assassin. At least like with Chanel, they tried to make it equal. It was like maybe Jimbo will win this time, and with Pangina they tried to give that song, even though we know Pangina would win, but they gave that song just to level the playing field. But this time they really let go. They were like hallucinate the high energy song to Jasmine Kennedy and put her against Jimbo. They really they were like they just gave up.
We give up. They're not. Nothing's working.
To be fair, yeah, they probably did give up because they were probably like, oh, well, at least let's get like a good lip sync from the season. We're bringing these people back to do them. It's like Jasmine was great.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
I felt bad for Jimbo. Like the moment, kind of sad.
I mean, let's just hope it's not a lip sync for the crown this time, because if it is, Jimbo's absolutely fucked.
Oh my gosh. Well, so obviously the winner was Jasmine. And the bottom two were Jessica Wilde and Kahana Montrese. Who would you have picked the lipstick for if you were on this season?
Ooh, that is a very good question. I think if we were going fair, which the group has decided to go fair, I would probably send Kahana home. Because both of them have had a win. But Kahana's was episode 1, and since then she's been in the bottom a couple of times. I think like 2 times, maybe.
One. This was the second time.
Was it the second time? Whereas Jessica hasn't been in the bottom. And like, I don't know. I think if I was thinking about it as well, about people watching at home, like I think Jessica is just kind of more entertaining to watch. Like than Kahana, because Kahana's great. Like Kahana's so good at what she does, but Jessica offers such a unique personality, and like she's so funny, like sort of without trying. I think if I was there, I'd definitely get on really well with her. So I think maybe that would also maybe go into play a little bit.
Yeah.
It would just be really convenient that, you know, at the same time she did have a better track record. And also I don't think she was as bad in the challenge as Kahana.
Yeah.
Like Jessica was like fine the whole way through, whereas Kahana was like fine and then not good.
She had like no
So
sound,
yeah, I definitely would have chosen Kahana. And to me, like when I was, you know, before they announced the tops and the bottoms and everything and safe, you know, Kahana was the only one of the group that I was kind of like, she's definitely going to be bottom 2.
Yeah.
Whereas for the rest of them, I was like, it could kind of go either way depending what the judges like that day, you know. So yeah, I think it would have been fair if Kahana had gone, but you know, I kind of guessed that no one was going to go anyway. Because of Heidi. Like it would have seemed a bit like too much otherwise.
Yes, so no one was eliminated except for Heidi.
Yeah, I would have sent Jessica home. Send the biggest competitor.
Messy.
And a moment there's a dancing challenge and Jimbo lands in the bottom, I'm sending Jimbo. No, because you got to send the biggest competitor home, and that's how you win. So I mean, I don't know why the girls vote like with. I mean, this for the first half of the season.
Yeah, we're just at like halfway now. I feel like this is the point onwards where you can get messy like that.
Yeah, you should get
maybe
messy
the next
if you
few
want to win.
episodes that'll happen.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like the exact halfway point isn't when you want to make yourself the villain. You need to let someone else take that leap first, throw them under the bus, and then it's time to get brutal. Like I think I would actually love an All Stars with the voting like format. Because I am very competitive, and you know, I think on a regular season there's always going to be times where you agree or disagree with the judges. So if you get to vote, I think it would kind of give you a bit of a mental boost to be like, I'm in control of my destiny, sort of thing. Yeah.
You know, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something really controversial.
Oh,
Of course you were.
please go on.
I forgot what I was going to say. I said, and then I just completely went blank. It was about. Never mind. I'll come back to me, but
Okay.
It'll come back.
Well, before we go, one last question for you. Now at this point in the season, who is your top 4 for All Stars 8?
Oh my goodness. Jimbo, definitely.
Yeah.
How many of them are left? Is there 6 of them?
8 of them.
8 of them? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Because this episode 5, nobody went home. And yeah.
I think I would probably put. You know what? I think I really want Jessica to get there. I think if she pushes through, she could do it. I think I don't see it for Kahana. Oh, or Alexis even, because she's been doing consistently well, but she's not won anything. And I feel like at a certain point, as we say, the voting doesn't become fair anymore. And I feel like she may be like a bit annoying in the workroom, especially after this week with what happened. So she might not be safe going forward. I don't know. I think it's really anyone's game. I think the only one that I definitely think will be there is Jimbo. As I say, I hope Jessica. I think maybe Candy will probably get there, like, because the judges like her and she is quite consistently good. But as for that 4th place, I don't know. Maybe James or perhaps Lala, maybe? I don't know.
Think...
But again, Lala's not really done anything that's like really wowed me yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think there's still a chance for anybody else to win besides Jimbo? This competition?
To be honest, unless someone can win like the next 3 weeks, I think Jimbo's like the clear winner at this point. Because Jimbo's been in the top 3 out of 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And then the only other people have been Kahana and Jessica, right?
Yeah.
So like they're technically her only competition right now, if you're going to look at the numbers, and they were both just in the bottom this week. Yeah. So, we'll have to wait and see what the other challenges are. But I think at this point, if Jimbo can stay on top, it's like pretty much a done deal.
Yeah. Next week is the Rusical, so there might be a time to.
And Jimbo did go home on a Rusical.
Rusical, yeah.
In UK versus the world. So we never know. Maybe we'll have a repeat and then it'll be anyone's game. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know who I'm expecting to be good and bad at that. I don't know if any of them can really sing. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's like isn't it Joan Collins? Or no,
Joan Crawford.
There's so many Joans.
Joan the Rusical. And when they said Joan the Rusical, I thought it was going to be like different Joans. Like Joan of Arc, Joan Rivers, Joan Collins, Joan Crawford.
Yeah, me too. Jones I kind of was like hoping it was Joan of Arc because I thought that would be quite camp. Because, Joan of Arc, famous drag king, technically.
Yes.
Wore men's clothes. Exactly. I mean, if it was a Joan Rivers musical, we'd have known that, okay, this one's rigged for Jimbo.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not saying that, okay?
Yeah.
But I think Joan the Rusical might be for Alexis.
Maybe.
Like, Alexis and James, because they're the ones that like do old Hollywood really well. With like actresses, old Hollywood, not like comedians or not.
A lot of a Rusical, though, I think sometimes is about like your comedy and acting. So I think Jimbo probably still will do quite well. As long as there's not a big choreography element. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
That's true. Also, I remembered what I was going to say. I was going to say that maybe they should have sent somebody home this episode and then did a like somebody returning, like a returning challenge. I would have liked to see Kasha or Darian come back, or Monica.
Yeah, to be fair, they could have easily done that.
because you can still like, and we never got to see Darian lip sync, and she's one of the lip sync assassins of like season 6. Her lip syncs were really good.
True.
So would have liked to see her come back and lip sync.
Me too.
Well, you know, if she wanted to lip sync, she should have just been better in the challenges.
Damn.
Because like this is the thing about All Stars. Like people are like, you can say, "Oh, I really wanted to see her lip sync because she's so good at it," and it's like, well, yeah, but she did it so much in her original season because she was bad at stuff. So like, if she now has to be good at stuff, you're less likely to see it.
Damn.
Just saying.
They should have put her on top for the SNL challenge, just for the fun of it. Would have liked to see her lip sync.
Yeah, I mean, even the episode Darian went home, I didn't think she deserved to be in the bottom. I thought she was really good.
Yeah. Oh, she should have been saved that episode. It was wild.
It was absolutely like completely wild. Madness.
Totally.
They wanted her gone. They were like, "You don't even have to stay one more episode, girl. Get out."
Mm-hmm.
They were literally.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes judging it as groups and judging it as individuals can vary based on what the show wants. So
Yeah.
they obviously didn't see Darian getting to the end, so they were like, well, I guess if she gets voted off.
Yeah. Maybe RuPaul was still in the hangover of like judging UK. Maybe she has just come back from recording the UK 5. Because, you know, UK loves a group win. By episode 2, half of you girls were like front runners. Everybody had a badge. So.
Yeah, but do you know who I blame for that? Like, if anyone's going to complain about it, it's me. I blame Flop Destroyers. Because they set the precedent of all of the girl group winning the badge. And that's only because, like, Bagger annihilated her verse. Davina was doing that, like, screechy high note thing. Like, they both, like, killed it. And I think they thought, well, actually, Blues surprised us as well this week with her dancing and her verse. Let's give them all the win. And because those absolute bitches got a group win, from then on, it became a group win.
Right.
Because, like, you know, season 2, the United King Dolls, did all 4 of them deserve the badge? Probably not. Probably should have just gone to Bimini.
Bimini was great. That's what
and like, so don't blame us for getting a badge. We're not going to turn it down. Do you know what I
mean? Right. Every badge counts.
That's all we've got over here. We don't get any. Do you know what I like to believe? I like to believe that the fact that UK doesn't get any money is just payback for colonialism. You know, everyone else deserves money. We deserve nothing. But that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. Well, Pixie, thank you so much for coming on the podcast again with us.
That's okay. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh.
I love to chat. And I always have a lot of opinions. And you know what? If I say them on Twitter, I'll get attacked. But if I say them here, people will be like, yes, it's a conversation. Like, that's
right.
So,
and they can't live attack you.
And critique.
Of course. And as RuPaul says, you're welcome back anytime.
I'll bring the Tic Tacs next time. We'll have a Tic Tac lunch.
Please.
Oh, yes. Also, before you leave, like, tell people where they can find you, where they can stream your music. Is there new music coming? Tell us.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm on all social media platforms at Pixie Polite. On Instagram, TikTok, I'm on Facebook, you know, for the old people, because they do watch the show. Twitter, I'm at Polite Pixie, so it's the other way around. And yeah, I'm kind of just focusing on like touring at the moment. I'm doing like shows around the UK. You can stream my single, Give It To You, on Spotify. That's doing really well, and I'm actually, this is an exclusive, not that many people will care. I am releasing new music very soon. I'm releasing like a summer club mix of Give It To You, and then I've also got a new song coming out later in the year.
That is so exciting.
That I'm working on with Pop Princess of Drag Race UK, Tia Coffee.
Yes!
Well, it's not a song we're doing together, just to clarify before everyone gets onto it.
Yeah.
We're not doing a duet. she's just helping me with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I love it.
And other than that, I'm just living my life in London, as RuPaul would say, and just being happy and enjoying the sun, looking for a boyfriend and going on a diet.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's me.
Yay! That's so exciting. I hope you find your boyfriend.
Me too.
Yes. All right. And thank y'all. We will see you next week. Bye.
Yay.
Bye, everybody.